Okay. It is crypto faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless. Back at it again, guys. Shout out to my TitanX family. Got another TitanX video for you guys today. I'm going to be speaking about why the price of TitanX is down and when we're going to see the prices go up. But first, let's get into the TitanX. Let's get into the wider market as usual. We got the Bitcoin ETF has been approved. Today is an historic day. Today is a day to congratulate everybody that's in crypto. If you've been in crypto for any significant period of time, you know that we have been waiting for an ETF for a long time. Going far back as 2017, it's always been on the table. You know, uh, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 bull run. It's always been on the table, but never got accepted, never got taken seriously. And now we have the Bitcoin ETF. All right. So, what does this mean and what does it signify? For me, it signifies, the wider financial or traditional finance market has accepted BTC. We've already seen crypto be accepted by the masses. We've already seen crypto be accepted by governments around the world, and then now we're seeing traditional finance accept crypto and BTC in specific, which is going to be a huge catalyst for the market. Now, here's the thing. Okay, when we talk about Bitcoin, we talk about the ETF, we talk about you know the buy the rumor, sell the news. Are we going to dump? Are we not going to dump? That that's really not the most important thing right now. Okay, we got the price sitting at 46K. Last time I checked, it hasn't really pumped or dumped. Okay, on the news. But the most important thing is to know that this is the catalyst for the bull market. This is the catalyst for this bull market. Okay, when it comes to for example, what is going to be that thing, that one singular thing that pushes the market up crazy and makes everybody run back into crypto? It is this news of this BTF approval. Okay, it's going to be all over the news. It's already all over the news. Now and then in the recent weeks or in the coming weeks, we're going to see more of it as it begins trading on the market. You're going to see people who were in crypto jump back into crypto, and then we're going to see people who kind of didn't believe in crypto start believing in crypto. Okay, I already got friends and family members already calling me, telling me, "Oh, the BTF, BTC ETF has been approved." Like, that's kind of crazy. I didn't expect that. I guess this crypto thing is really real. I already got friends and family members texting me and messaging me about that already. I use my family members and my friends as top signals and bottom signals. I already told you that in my last one of my previous videos on bottom signals and top signals. Go check it out. Uh, but yeah, you can use your friends and family members and people that associates or whatever, uh, as signals to tell you certain things or certain places that we're at in the market. And what I get from this is this. All right, so people who were in crypto before, but took a step back because whatever, they got tired of it. They weren't making any money. The bear market kind of killed them, so they kind of just took a step back. Those people are gonna come back into crypto now. Okay. Um, but the masses of retail investors are not. They're going to hear about this ETF. They're going to say, "Oh, wow, crypto is real," but they're not going to take any action. They're not going to pull the trigger. They're not going to do any. It's just the way retail investment works. Retail investors work. They're going to wait until prices go up 100x. Literally, that's just the way it is. They're gonna wait until prices go up 100x. They're gonna wait until they hear their friend make 20x and 30x, and they start hearing people make hundreds of x's. Then they're gonna say, "Oh wow, I need to put money in crypto," right? But right now, it's just that spark in their brains and their minds that crypto is real. When they hear the approval of the ETF, they're like, "Oh, crypto is real," and then they, will take action later on at a later stage of the bull market, right? So that's what we're gonna see. Right? We got the approval, which legitimizes BTC and crypto as a whole, which is going to pump up the space as a whole. We're going to have new, old crypto people come back into crypto. right? And then we're gonna have, all the waves of different, retail investors come back in later on, or come in, later on. Okay. And then now we're gonna see, after we have this wave of media hype around the ETF, and over the next coming weeks, we're gonna move on to the next catalyst, and that next catalyst is the Bitcoin halving. All right, that's set to take place sometime in April 18th or somewhere around there, I believe. And yeah, that's the next catalyst. Okay, 'cause everybody knows that the Bitcoin bull run starts with the halving. Okay, that is something that is tried and true. That is something that everybody knows about. Even the mainstream media know about it. They even talk about it as well. Okay, so expect that later on. That's the next catalyst. All right, let's get into TitanX. TitanX. The price of TitanX has been going down. Everybody's like, "What the heck? Why is it going down?" I keep getting asked questions. Why is the price going down? Or what do you think is going to happen? Because the price is dropping. I keep hearing this. I keep hearing this. I like online, Twitter, in my comment section. This is the thing, guys. If you don't know, okay, TitanX is an inflationary coin. Okay, if you don't know, TitanX is an inflationary coin. It's very similar to Zen. Okay, that's why I think that those who are in Zen before TitanX have a little bit of head start in kind of understanding TitanX, as opposed to certain people who just got into TitanX but without getting to Zen. So the thing about TitanX and Zen, they're very similar coins. They are inflationary, which means there's always, a lot of inflation hitting the market. Okay, people are starting miners in TitanX every single day. There's more coins coming out every single day. Now there are mechanisms that have been set in place. So Jake is very good at fundamentals. He's very good at the game theory. So there are mechanisms that he set in place, like the buy and burn. Whenever someone starts a miner, a certain percentage of that goes to buying TitanX off of the market, and then burning it forever, right? Which is really good tokenomics, but that is set in place to counteract all of the inflation. So to counteract all of this inflation, which means sell pressure, which means downward trajectory. Okay, these coins like TitanX and Zen are made to go down. Okay, until they go up. That's the caveat. They're made to go down until they go up. Okay, and when do they go up? Okay, we'll talk about that next. Okay, but the thing is, you have to understand there is, you know, a very high inflationary period with these coins. Okay, we've seen it in Zen. If anybody been in Zen since the beginning, we've seen a year of straight down, right? So we already know this is the most uh, inflationary period for these coins. So they're gonna go down in price. It's just the way it is. Okay, but they go up when projects come out. It's just the way it is. When projects come out, projects the way projects come out on TitanX, and the same thing with Zen, is that you burn TitanX to get allocations in those new projects. Okay, so TitanX has about 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 10 different projects coming out, and they are set to burn TitanX, and that's gonna bring up the price. Okay, because you're gonna have to buy TitanX, burn it, to get allocations in those projects, and that's going to bring up the price of the coin. Now, here's the thing, okay? Um, because we're in Zen, like the people who are in Zen have a little bit of a better understanding when it comes to this. So you're going to have projects that come out. Some of those projects are not going to actually affect the price, even though you're going to be probably burning TitanX for it, but they're not going to be as popular, or they're not going to, if it's not a popular project, it's not going to bring up the price. It's just the way it is. But the most popular project um, will bring up the price. Okay, the one that people flock to the quickest, the most, is going to be the one that actually brings the price up. I'll give you an example when it comes to Zen. So there's been several different Zen projects that came out. None of them really actually pumped up the price of Zen, except for in my recollection, except for DB Zen. Okay, so DB Zen came out way back in the beginning of Zen. I'm talking about like a year ago. You can go check the Zen chart. There was a big pump in the Zen chart. Okay, and that big pump came when DB Zen came out, because people were constantly buying Zen and burning it for DB Zen, and it was very popular. It was probably the biggest Zen ecosystem DApp, right? That brought up the price. So, but it didn't even hold up the price. That's the thing. It couldn't hold the constant inflation. It couldn't keep it up. Um, it didn't stay popular for long. So you really need a DApp that comes out on TitanX that is really popular, that people flock towards, that they want to buy, that they want to buy and burn Zen for, not Zen, sorry, TitanX. They want to buy and burn TitanX for. And Yeah, it has to be a really popular project. Now, is that gonna happen? I don't know. No one knows. Okay. In my opinion, looking back at what Zen did and the different projects on Zen, and I think that the most popular project that's going to pull up the price of these coins is the one that comes out, uh, is the one that the founder brings out. Okay. So when it comes to Zen, for example, I keep talking about Zen, but Zen is the closest coin to TitanX. When it comes to Zen, DB Zen, yes, it did create a big spike in the price of Zen, but it fizzled out. Okay, it didn't last long. Okay, the project couldn't keep up the hype. All right, but X1, which is the founder's project, which is coming out in a month or so. Jack Levin, the founder of Zen, he created X1, which is a layer one blockchain. That project is getting the eyes of the people. That project is getting the most hype. That project is going to be the one that is most likely going to bring up the price of Zen and keep it up. Okay. Why? Because it's the founders project. Okay. That's my alpha for today. The founders project is going to be the one that brings up the price of TitanX. The founders project, Jake's project, Jake Sharp, the founder of TitanX, his project is Hyper. Okay, Hyper is set to come out. I don't know when. Okay, he's gonna bring it out when he sees fit. When he sees, he's the founder, so I'm sure he wants to come out at the most opportune time. But when Hyper comes out, Hyper is gonna be the project that is the most critically acclaimed project in this space. It's going to be the one that everybody goes toward. Why? Because it's the founders project. Okay, it's the founders project. It's not the same as a random person coming out with their own coin and their own project on TitanX. Okay, now that could get some traction. There could be one amazing DApp that comes out on TitanX that gets traction. Okay, just like DB Zen came out. DB Zen came out, amazing DApp, got a lot of traction, brought up the price of Zen, but it wasn't able to hold up the price of Zen. Okay, so same thing when it comes to TitanX. Maybe there is this big DApp that comes out that does hold up the price, maybe. But in my mind, in my opinion, my theory is that it is the founders project that is going to hold up the price. It's going to bring up the price. And so Jake is coming out with Hyper. And Hyper, the only way to get Hyper is to burn your liquid TitanX. That's the key. Your liquid TitanX. That's the key. Okay, so you gotta basically buy TitanX off the market and you gotta burn it. Okay, that's gonna push up the prices of TitanX a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, in my opinion. Right. And there could be also other DApps that are popular. Okay. I believe most of the DApps are gonna come out with Hyper, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll have to, have to double check that and see. But yeah, there are DApps that are going to come out. They're going to be burning TitanX, which is going to help with price appreciation. But the main thing that we have to wait for is Hyper, guys. Okay, the prices probably will continue to go down until we get Hyper. Okay, it's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I have the experience when it comes to Zen. We saw the price continue to go down for an entire year. Okay, but now X1 is coming out in a month or so, and now we're seeing the trend change, and we're starting to see a different trajectory. I hate that word, trajectory. Anyway, so we got Jake. Jake is good at fundamentals. He's good at tokenomics. He's been tweeting out a lot lately about the different DApps and projects coming out on TitanX. He's been giving them advice as well, how to make it, how to make it make sense. Uh, he's telling people, he tweeted out, make sure if you're a project coming out on TitanX, make sure that your main liquidity pool is TitanX and whatever your coin is. Okay, instead of like making your main liquidity pool wrapped ETH and then your coin. No, it should be TitanX to your coin. That way, it's going to be a net positive instead of a net negative, right? It's not going to be good for the price if you do it with wrapped ETH to your new coin, right? So he's giving advice, when it comes to the other DApp. So you know what I'm saying that he is helping out the ecosystem as best as he can, but really everybody's waiting on Hyper. That's what's gonna bring up the price of TitanX. It's just like Zen and X1. X1 is gonna bring up the price of Zen. Hyper is gonna bring up the price of TitanX. It's just the way it is. So if you know, you know. But yeah, so when it comes to the price, wait for Hyper. Hyper is the golden ticket for TitanX. Anyway, guys, it is Crypto Faceless. I remain faceless. I remain nameless. And I am out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell button. All. Take care, guys.